Um, this is Mr. Variety and the weekly challenge. Today, after I shut this door fully, um, today is I can only make right turns. So it is early in the morning. My bag just fell over in the passenger seat. Um, but it is early in the morning and just leaving my house to go run a few errands, and we will see if I can do that making all right turns. I'll be honest, there's a couple that I've already thought of that I don't know I'm going to do it. So this video may or may not be extremely long. I may have to surrender. That was a right turn you saw. You saw my hand pop up on the wheels there. Tried several mounting things, and this was the best view, as I posted the sneak peek yesterday of it. It is hanging from my dashboard. I got it at Walmart for $1.47. So any of you out there interested in purchasing one, your local Walmart may have it. Speaking of Walmart, the challenge is coming up on Monday, since I was late getting this up. And these curves, by the way, I'm not considering them turns, even though that still right hand turn here shows, but to me this is a curve. I don't know if you guys consider that, but I'm still within the challenge anyways. Right. But I sorry, my ADHD is going crazy. If I'm all over the place on this, I've pre-warned you. Speaking of which, when you see other cars on the road, am I the only one that just like thinks that person is in a car with their hands on the wheel driving? They have a destination to get to. I don't know what I'm saying, but I will look at somebody next to me at a light and just think, what's on their mind? We're both in a car with our hands on the steering wheel. I don't even know what I'm saying, but it's hopefully somebody has had similar thoughts of that. But anyway, so yeah, it's only right hand turns. And the challenge Monday, yeah, going back to that. Here comes a car. So that person is in that car. They're moving with their headlights on, and it's daylight, but they are moving, going somewhere. Where are they going? Do they need to go there? I don't know. I just think weird stuff like that, I guess. But if you're still with me, if I haven't scared you off, the challenge Monday, back to Monday. Speaking of Walmart, I have to ask people as they come out. Like I said, I'm not going to violate. Oh, crap. I need to turn left. Ooh, I'm turning right here to try to figure out how to get that direction, which is the city that I need to get to. Oh, this challenge may not last very long. I'll show on this. A friend asked me to pick her up Starbucks this morning, and I said, actually, yes, this is a perfect morning. She dated me question that. She knows I'm weird. But I thought that would be perfect trying to get to that Starbucks. But that is the other direction that I needed to go back there. So I may be texting her back saying I can't because I have to turn right, which she probably won't even question. Back to the Walmart challenge on Monday. I have to ask, and there's another truck with headlights on. Why have people got headlights on when it's daylight? 3 people coming out of Walmart, if they will let me sing to them. And it's going to be, "You Are My Fire." Yeah, there you go. It's going to be, "I Want It That Way." And then if they say yeah, then I'll ask them if they were a judge on The Voice, would they push the button? And we'll see what their reaction is. I'm going to pull in here since it's right. It doesn't look like anything's open. Now open, AutoZone is apparently, but I gotta think this out. This is a little bit more challenging than I thought. But back to the challenge on Monday. We'll get to this eventually. So I will ask 3 random people with that, and keeping a straight face, making them think I'm completely wanting their honest opinion, as though I would go to Walmart to get, I don't want to say Walmart. I call every store Walmart. It may or may not be literally Walmart. It might be that. Now Open AutoZone we just saw. But just 3 random public people of, and getting their opinion on that. So we'll see how that challenge goes on Monday. I will probably park car and have the camera angled at them like that, so it's picking it up without them seeing it right in front of them. Although I am not going to violate anything, I will make sure they know that they are on camera. But I think if the camera is right in their face, they probably want to see a different reaction. And left is where I need to go. That's where the friend works at, and the city that the Starbucks is in that she asked me to. So we were back turning right on the road on this turn right only challenge. Like I said in the one short I did about the rules, but I'm gonna mash this mashup sign if I'm not careful. But like I said in the explanation short, if there's something on the right, I'm not allowed to park, or on the left, I'm not allowed to turn right and park and then run across the street. That's kind of cheating. So push this on pause and go in here and ask this, I'm sure, very delightful employee if I can get to said city with Starbucks, only turning right. All right, we are back, and let me just say, I absolutely got nowhere with that employee. Love to talk. He was no help at all, so I just finally kind of nodded and went along with him. And so I don't know how I'm gonna get back to that. So that lady that's waiting, my friend that's waiting on that Starbucks, is probably falling asleep by now. I'm gonna turn right here and just take a moment to show you this neighborhood where I kind of grew up in. So don't live far from here now, but I thought it would be more entertaining if I filmed this in this neighborhood. And oh gosh, I need to turn left here. There is literally spaceships right over here. I failed the challenge. That's it. At this point in the video, I'm gonna try to film for about 10 more minutes or so. I'm just gonna show you these spaceships. So it's hilarious to me because I grew up in the city, and when I'm trying to describe a location to somebody, I'll say, yeah, you go past the spaceships and then turn, and they look at me like they should. Like, what are you talking about? Go past the spaceships. Maybe attempt it again in the near future. But up here, so I imagine explaining to somebody where something is located, and you say it's right past the spaceships because that's all you've known your whole life. The look you would probably get. But to you, they are nothing. And when it dawns on you, I just said spaceships to them. That's why they're giving me this look. You'll see that. So we are, if you're still with me, the challenge failed. We're just visiting the childhood memories, I guess you could say, of my past. Please say they're still here. Yeah, I see them. Hopefully you're still with me because this is pretty funny. And then I'm going to continue, then I'm going to put it on pause and continue doing the other errands. Yes, I failed it, but I think it'll be entertaining. There they are. Can you see the spaceships? Can you see the spaceships? So if I'm explaining to someone how to get somewhere, look how normal those would be to me growing up around here and seeing those spaceships. But to someone that hasn't grown up around here, when you say that, you get some pretty awkward looks. And look at no turning around, this says. But I just want to show you that little entrance of an alien. Um, I don't know. I've never met the people, so I would imagine they've got a pretty good sense of humor. And I know there's a house there, but I have always heard they live in those. So, like I said, I don't know them. No judgment here. Heck, I could see myself doing something like that, and think I can get some entertaining footage there. Okay, back to show you the Lions Bridge. Yes, like the animal. Another area of my childhood that when I say go past the Lions Bridge, you'll see why it's called that. And it's called the Lions Bridge. See those? Yeah, look what I figured out too. Lions guarding the bridge. So, it's the Lions Bridge. um, Leave a comment, please, if you have any kind of animal type bridge that guards any of the bridges where you're around. I guess they're supposed to be guarding it. I don't know.